sun is burning red.
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Bordico, aka King of Hearts, aka Domo. You guys haven't seen me in a while, that's my bad, but I am getting back to content creation. That is my commitment to you. And we're starting the day with something crazy. And first and foremost, shout out to the sponsors, No Weekdays, link below if you need some new athletic gear, and of course, logo up top, Team Red Pro. Make sure you go out and support their new films, short films are out, you know what I'm saying, so make sure you go follow their channel as well, constant supporter. So thank you to the sponsors. Now let's get into the video. When this game was revealed, everybody, my phone was blown up with text messages, my DMs were flooded on Instagram and X, aka Twitter. They were like, dude, new mech game coming, looks crazy. It did indeed look crazy, but now we have it here, and it is indeed crazy. The game we're speaking in reference to is called Mecha Break. They have a couple different modes. Right now in the beta that's out is 6v6, and you're probably here because you were wanting a recommendation. Where do I start? What do I play? What do I do, right? And so what you do for that is I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna walk you through some of these mechs, and this is super surface level. I'm a gold 4 player. I've got, I want to say, like 10 hours into the game or so. So it is a lot of people stacking up, which, if you don't know what that means, full teams of 5. I've been primarily solo queuing, and I've tried all the mechs just so I could have a non-biased opinion of everybody. So if you're here on this video, make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe. Thank you for watching. And let's go through some of these mechs and let's talk about them. Alright, so now that we're actually on the mech screen, or on the home screen, in full screen, let me talk a little bit more about the game. This is a 6v6 game. There are modes that'll be in the full game, whereas 3v3, I'm pretty sure they'll have a 1v1 mode as well. If you're familiar with hero shooters such as Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, you know, things like that, then you won't feel too out of place. Pretty much what you want to focus on first is the different weights, right? Mech games, weight is almost important in every single mech game. It determines how fast you are, and it usually determines how sturdy you are, even though there are some exceptions. So when we pull up the mech menu, this is the do-it-all mech, right? Alensis. I'll call her Alice because I think it's cooler, but so I'm gonna refer to her from now on as Alice, but we know Aliceness. This is one of my mains. My main 2, Alice and Falcon, and we'll get to Falcon in a second. But we were speaking about weights. So right here you can see that Alice is a medium attacker, right? And so there's 3 weights: light, medium, heavy. Now weight usually directly impacts your durability and how fast you move. Alright, so now that we're in the mech screen, we're just going to start at the top and work our way down. I think that's the easiest way to do it. I move my camera to the center so that way you can see like the stats on the side and things like that. Alright, so first we got Alice, which is my baby, you know what I'm saying. You see her, she got the G Gundam colorway, right? And she is a medium attacker. What makes Alice special is that she essentially has 3 lives. So she doesn't have a full-on transformation, but she has this armor, and I'll include a clip. She has armor, and when she dies with that armor, she'll eject it and go into a lighter, more vulnerable mode, and then she could call her armor back once for a re-equip. So she essentially you have to kill her 3 times before you actually kill her, and in between you could be running away, shields recharging, things like that. She's a medium attacker, so like you said, you get those best of both worlds. She's not the fastest thing out there, she's definitely not the slowest thing out there, and she does pretty good damage. She is unique because her weapon is essentially a energy gun, which not a lot are, right? So you can see right there, if you it's an energy gun, or an energy cannon, if you will. Down there at the bottom, I'll include some clips and stuff like that too. She can switch her weapon. She has a halberd, right? Which is, laser blade, laser sword. This is a mech game, all right? So this is your melee, right? And switching between these are easy. I have these mapped to the side mouse buttons. She does also have a shield, which helps out with damage mitigation, as well as fending off other pesky melee attackers, Panther, you know what I'm saying? So it helps fending them off and making sure that you can, keep that sustainability. Also, rail cannons, which she can shoot. And then this is the airdrop kit, which once she dies, you can see right there, boom, she'll come back to life, right? And then what'll happen is that once she dies, she sheds the armor, goes into the lighten state, or the super mobile state, right? And then she can call the armor back once per life, right? So those are things. And somebody who's gonna play Alice is gonna be somebody who I feel like there's two Alice players, right? There's people who are trying to figure out who they want to play, and they're just going with the safe bet, because I do feel like Alice is a really safe bet. Her skill ceiling is really, really high, meaning that, she doesn't excel at any one thing, but she's good to learn the game with. And then on the higher level, she really requires a team, like a full 5 stack to play around. It'll be easier in the lower ranks, like just playing around to get through the ranks. But in those higher ranks where it's really mattering, and you have people coordinating, she's really going to require that coordination. Trying to solo queue is going to be really difficult with Alice. But that's her in a nutshell. Solo combat's B. You're good in those higher skill tiers. She has a shield to fend off annoying pesky attackers and just to mitigate some damage if you need to cap a point. You have to kill her 3 times, so she gives you some of that advantage of, oh, I'm learning the game, I died, oh, I still have a 2 extra, you have to kill me 2 extra times, which can be pesky, especially when you have a lot of things going on. So she's beginner friendly, I would say, up until intermediate. Alice is for the person that wants the balance between the speed and the shooting and the melee, for your all-arounder person. If you play fighting games, you play Ryu, Alice is for you. You play fighting games, and you're gonna pick the starting character because they have the balance. They're not crazy good at anything, but they're not bad. So for Alice, her total difficulty, because she has so many different lives, because she has sustainability, she has mobility, she has damage, harpoon mode, with a burst rifle which can be charged, I'm gonna give Alice a 6 out of 5 difficulty. Perfect character to just hop in the game with, learn the game with. You're probably gonna move on from Alice, but if you're like me and you just just something about Alice that just makes you, look at her, if you're like me, you might stick with her and just try to reach that skill ceiling with her, but more than likely you're gonna pick this suit up, you're gonna learn the game, and you're gonna move on. I'm gonna give Alice a 6 out of 10 difficulty. Alright, so the next suit on our list is Falcon. Falcon is our first lighter attack suit, and Falcon is great. Man, I just have so many good things to say about Falcon. I'm a Falcon main. I love Falcon. For those who know, I main Falcon. I main Alice on stream. I also do play a couple other suits, but those, if I could get one of those two, those are who I'm usually going towards. Falcon starting. Falcon is a light attacker, and Falcon can also transform into a jet. And that is going to be primarily what you're going to be doing if you're playing as Falcon. The skill ceiling is, I would rank the difficulty at a 7.5 out of 10. Okay. No, it should be a little bit higher. I want to say 8, because Falcon is fragile, right? But Falcon has the ability to get in and out of combat. If you're doing your stomps or your dive downs correctly when you're running out of energy, you got the correct mods. Falcon can get in and out of combat. There's been plenty matches I've played where I've had 1 death, 0 deaths. Especially with a good healer on the team that's kind of watching out. Falcon is for your person that likes hit and run tactics. That's Falcon, right? They're taking care of threats, flying and just scouring the battlefield, picking off low opponents if they can, or doing damage, capturing points, because Falcon is, I believe, the fastest suit in the game, especially in airplane mode. So yes, Falcon is for your person that wants to get in and out of combat. Mobility is key. It's almost as if it's a support role, because you're going to be doing a decent amount of damage, like cleaning up kills, putting damage down on people. All of your skills should always be on cooldown. While in robot form, Falcon has 2 pistols. Also has 2 pistols in or 2 machine guns, in flight mode. And the thing about it is that the magazine size and the fire rate are increased while in airplane mode. So that's where a lot of the damage is going to come from. These, as you can see, Falcon transforms, pew pew pew, it's way quicker. She has more bullets to expend, or they have more bullets to expend. So yeah, Falcon's dope. I don't have anything to say bad about Falcon except that learning curve. The first couple times I was playing Falcon, I would say for maybe like the first 30 minutes I was playing Falcon, I was like, oh, this suit sucks. Why would I play this suit when there's other suits with more health? And it was just because I'm staying in combat too long in that confined area, not using the elevation, not using the airplane mode like I should have. Like I said, if you're in robot form with Falcon, it's only because you're out of boost for whatever reason, or you're in a small tunnel, you're trying to help clear some enemies. But even then, I'd transform in the airplane mode, and get in, drop some missiles, turn around to use airplane mode to get out. So you're really using the transformation to get in and out of combat. You should almost never be in robot mode, and I will say that's the downside of Falcon, because I like a balance between, like, I'm in robot, I'm in transformation, I'm in robot, I'm in transformation, and that's not Falcon. You're in airplane mode all the time. That's what you should be doing. There really isn't an in between for it, so the weapons, machine guns, she gets increased fire rate and magazine size while in airplane mode. Light missile launchers just require a lock on to a target, and they fire missiles. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Recon kit is super dope. I forgot to talk about it. Pretty much the way recon kit works is that there's a couple different suits in the game that can cloak, which means they can go invisible. Recon kit pretty much removes that. So you're flying around, you're aggroing the sniper, they're going invisible, trying to stay invisible. You're gonna pop this. you know, to make sure that when you're shooting at the target that you're not shooting at a decoy, and you know, it'll help your team out as well to make sure that they're not shooting at decoys, things like that, right? So important when you run across a suit that can go invisible, which you will, because the suits that can go invisible are very popular. Next ability is wing form. Of course, you see Falcon transform. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're in airplane mode. Zoom, 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 zoom. And then you got heavy missile launcher, which is available only in winged form. More missiles. You know, heavy missile at target. Excuse me. Big boom. That's the easiest way to explain it, is big boom, as opposed to the light missile launchers. And that's really Falcon, man. Falcon's super dope. I like Falcon a lot. The learning curve, like I said, is up there. All right, our next suit, Tricera. Our first heavy defender suit, because you have attackers, you have defenders, and you have brawlers, I believe are the three classes as well. Tricera, you're going to see this. I believe this is the most popular suit in the game. You're going to see this suit every match, right? It is Tricera. This is a tank. If you're familiar with Gundam, this is heavy arms. All of the pews, right? As you can see, 4 Gatling cannons. Let's just go through it. First of all, Tricera is for those people that play Reinhardt in Overwatch. I would say is the easiest thing. Tricera actually has a transform state where she turns into a tank. Super dope, super easy to play. Let's go through these moves really quick. Once again, for our heavy mechs, they're going to be really slow when it comes to mobility, but they're going to have the life, the shields, the HP to back it up, and they're going to bring firepower. Heavies are gonna be the people that you see them. Heavy suits or heavy frames are going to be the suits that you see the most on the points, just battling it out, staying with the care package, or staying with the load, you know, or capturing the point for extended periods of time. The first weapon on Tricera, Gatling gun. We all know what a Gatling gun is. Cue Arnold Schwarzenegger meme somewhere around here, right? The sidearm, heavy Gatling gun. And mind you, your side can be fired the same time as your main. It is really big pews. Tricera is so oppressive. And then this is really what makes Tricera really, really good. So not only in her transform state does she have shields that auto deflect, right? It's called fortress form. So in fortress form, she extends shields. So she blocks attacks in all directions. She sacrifices all movement though. So this is what I was saying. You would go sit on the payload, or go sit on the point, pop fortress mode. Now you can't be melee attack. It's gonna bounce off. And then on top of that, you're reducing damage from all directions. And then on top of that, it auto intercepts incoming missiles. You pull aggro, so you pull enemy lock on. And on top of that, you have a heal, so you can heal yourself in fortress form. And your friends. So it's all units within range as well. So your homies are sitting on point. You can't be hit. You're pulling aggro and you're healing your friends. Now do you guys see why I say this suit it's not broken, because there's ways to get around certain things and things like that, right? So it's not broken, but this is an easy suit. The only thing is that when you plan objectives where you have to, you're chasing points, or you need to try to chase down a kill, like you got a falcon flying around and they're flying out of range, and or you got a panther that's circling around you, because in fortress form you are slow to turn, right? So to do a 180, if they slip behind you, sometimes Tricera main say it's easier to just get out of fortress form, do the 180, and then transform back. So yes, Tricera is super easy, super durable, but you're gonna sacrifice a lot of that mobility. For me personally, when playing Tricera, it was fun. Like my first game playing Tricera, like 30 minutes into the game, was MVP. Like I'm pretty sure I have a clip or a highlight right here for it. But yeah, Tricera is super easy to play. It's just not super fun for me. Some people like that playstyle. If you play Bastion in Overwatch, it'll be kind of the same, like a fusion between Reinhardt and Bastion. So if you like the turret mode, if that's your style of play, then go ahead. It's not super fun for me. I like to zip around and have fun, type of things. But it's a super important mech. Like Tricera is a very, very important mech to the game. And let's just move on to this last ability. It's called Howitzer. For Howitzer, it is a AC 130 inbound. That's literally Tricera on point is an AC 130. If you don't know what it is, go look it up. Big boom, and it staggers. It hurts. I believe it has like 3 or 4 charges that come back fairly quick, so not quite a snipe, but a big boom. And it does, fortress form does increase lock on range too, I believe. No, I think that's incorrect, but yeah, Tricera is good entry, easy level heavy mech. I'm gonna give difficulty for difficulty to play, I'm gonna give Tricera a 4. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. Go to point, transform, shoot, just hold, blow all your cooldowns, alternate the cooldowns to keep constant pressure. Especially with a good support, 4 out of 10 for Tricera. Fun mech to play, just not super fun for me. Alright, so our next mech, we did Tricera, now we got Narukami? Yeah, Narukami. Excuse me. You can tell which mechs I play and which mechs I don't by getting that name wrong. So all of my Widowmaker mains from Overwatch. There you go. This is pretty much it. We talked earlier in the video about snipers and invisibility. Narukami is one of those. It's a light sniper mech. So I always say Narukami is a glass cannon. Her survivability is the fact that she can deploy a decoy drone, right, which will make holograms of her, right? And then she also has the ability to go invisible along with the decoys, right? She has a zip line where she can zip to different vantage points and kind of hang there. And she goes into stealth while she does it. And then sniper, where you can shoot it in and out of zoom. It's an annoying suit to play against between the 2 snipers in the game. There's 2 of them. Narukami is going to be for people who like snipers. I mean, that's pretty clean cut and easy. There isn't anything special to it. You pop the decoy and you going invisible. It's for people who like sniping in video games, you know what I'm saying, or being the sniper on the team. Your lock on Stratos for Gundam, Gundam lock on, so that's pretty much this suit. It's a good suit. I like it. It's just not for me. I'm not a super sniper. Difficulty to play, I have to give Narukami, I want to say it's like I'm gonna say it's like a 8. No, I'm gonna say 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 because I feel like it's fairly simple. I did get a couple matches in, well, more than a couple. I played enough to have an opinion, even though I'm not, I do snipe in some games. It just depends on how the sniping feels in the game, but it just doesn't feel super duper fulfilling for me. Maybe because I don't snipe in every game. I'm not the guy that's gonna pick up Call of Duty and pick up the sniper, one hit, one taps and stuff like that. But if you are that person, then this is the character for you, because that snipe hits hard. The longer it stays on a target, the more damage it does. It's ridiculous, and then you can also just hip fire it, which if you're locked on, you're still good, and it has penetration, so it'll go through armor. So yeah, it's the sniper of the game with mobility, the glass cannon. That is Narukami. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special. This is a suit, and I'm gonna run some highlights. All right, so our next suit, who do we have next? All right, our next suit, Welkin. As you can see, Welkin is a heavy brawler. Pretty much, you get close to Welkin, you're kinda fucked, or you're kinda messed up. I guess I shouldn't be cussing monetization. Are we trying to do that? Nah, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Kinda fucked. So for Welkin's a heavy brawler. Reminds me of Russia from G Gundam. Just instead of a chain and ball, it's an axe. They also have, the thing with Welkin is that it's really a one-trick pony. So the howitzer, it hurts, but the reload time on it is decent enough. And pretty much if you're using that, you probably not playing Welkin right? And this is what I say when Welkin's a one-trick pony. Welkin has this stasis field, right? And this stasis field essentially blocks attacks, so it's supposed to be like a barrier. But the only thing is that you can trap people inside of it, and as you can see, they can't get out. Welkin also has a heavy battle axe, and when they hold to charge it, it does a combo spin-a-rooney, spin to win, and it hurts. If you're playing a medium, it doesn't even matter. If you're playing a heavy, medium, or light suit, it doesn't matter. That spin charge attack, it hurts. It hurts, and then you can't run away because of stasis field. Now, what I will say with Welkin, the reason why it is a one-trick pony is because that's pretty much what you're worried about. Those three things right there: the spin, the stasis field, right? You beat Welkin by just running, by kiting. If you don't know, that means I'm running. Kiting is the act of like, you're chasing me, but I'm facing you, shooting you as you're trying to chase me down, right? That's what Welkin dies to. It's a one-trick pony. The Welkin is going to catch you in the stasis field. If you survive, you win. If you don't, then of course you're dead, right? Now, Welkin does also have a boomerang Joan that they can throw out for extra damage. They'll usually pop this, then pop the stasis field if they try to catch you running away, type of thing. So yeah, it is what it is. Welkin also has a jamming generator. Pretty much it disables enemy drones in the fire control system. So you're gonna lose lock on. They're gonna pop the stasis field. They're gonna pop the jammer, so you lose your lock on. They're gonna pop the boomerangs, and they're gonna try to kill you. If you don't let Welkin get close, and you're good. Welkin gets close to you, you're probably dead if you got jammed and stasis field and boomerang, So, but that's why it's a one-trick pony. It's easily defeated by just run away, shoot them, And the suit is fairly easy to play. I'm gonna have to give Welkin a 7 out of 10. No, I'm gonna say a 5 out of 10. I don't think it's definitely harder than Tricera, because Tricera is, hey, look, you go in, it's a melee first suit generally, so I feel like melee is harder to play in this game than shooting. So I'm gonna make it a 6. I'm gonna make it a 6 because I think it is enough harder to be 2 points up over Tricera. And when you come across a good Welkin, you feel helpless. They're gonna trap you, they're gonna jam you, it's gonna hurt, you're gonna keep dying, and you're gonna be like, what do I do? If you're feeling that way and you're playing against a Welkin, then you let the Welkin get too close. Anytime when I come into the fight, I'm looking to see what suits the other team has, because I play mainly a light and a medium suit, and I'm like, oh, it's a Welkin. Absolutely not. We're going to just shoot the shit out of the Welkin, while running away. As soon as if I even think their attention's on me, I'm gonna disengage, come back just to make sure that they aren't chasing me. So, that pretty much removes the Welkin from the fight. Or they just get focused, burst down, like, hey, look, you can't trap 3 of us in here with you. You're going to die, So I'll say Welkins, it does take some skill to play an effective Welkin. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Our next suit, Lumine. So we have our first support with Lumine, right? Lumine is a support. The easiest way to kind of think about it, and I hate that I keep comparing everything to Overwatch, but I think a lot of you guys Overwatch players are going to come over here. Mercy, when we take a look at Lumine's kit, her main weapon and sidearm are both repair drones that she shoots out and sends to heal teammates. It tracks them, it heals them. Cool. What's also important about the repair drones is that they actually turn into corruption. So that's how she does her damage. So it's like when Mercy used to switch from the pistol to the staff. Essentially, she can fire drones out that'll hit enemies and do damage to enemies. Now, I had fun playing, but this suit definitely, this frame, I feel like definitely is the weakest support, because you have to choose between damage and support to be really good. This suit is really mobile, and I really enjoyed that. Flying around, switching between the modes. If you play stance characters in fighting games, you'll feel at home. That's pretty much this suit. It's super fun to play if you like to be engaged with your combat. I think that's why I really enjoyed this suit as my support of choice. But it's definitely not as good as the other suits, and it definitely has a high skill ceiling. I want to say I spent about an hour or so with every suit during my first streams, and this was hard to play effectively in matches. Just switching between them, trying not to die, making sure you're keeping topped up, flying everywhere, keeping track of boosts, making sure you're landing when you're supposed to, and still trying to do damage on top of that. It's hard, but it can be done. They also have a supportive jet wing, which pretty much it boosts your mobility. So heroes never die. Valkyrie mode, this is pretty much that. It'll boost your mobility and your allies' mobility and energy regen, so it helps you zip in and out of combat. You're going to be using that a lot to get to and from your teammates and helping your teammates out, capturing points, things like that. And then she has an AoE heal, which will just repair all allies within range. So you can use that when you're on damage mode. After that goes on cooldown, you switch back to your regular heals, or if you need just the overall boost in healing, you're trying to cap a point, you're in healing mode, but your drones you feel like they aren't doing enough healing, or they aren't doing enough healing, you'll pop this. And that's what I will say, in this game, relatively most cooldowns are short, so you do have, it's not like crazy amount of time on cooldowns, but there is some cooldown time. Difficulty, Difficulty, I would have to say for Lumine is gonna have to be it's gonna be a 9 out of 10. It's or even like a 9.5 out of 10. I have to pick something. Okay. Fudge. I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. It took the most. This suit takes the most work to not only be good with, but to be viable, and on top of that, to be to not just tank or feed. There's no feeding because levels, you don't level up during the game, but to support like you're supposed to, it definitely takes a work. She has a high skill ceiling, and it's a hard entry skilling too. You can't just kind of jump in and know what you're doing. It's a little rough. I would say 9, just because if you want to main this suit, like you want to play a support suit, you want to main this suit, you're going to have a rough time. They're going to be asking you why you didn't play the other support, because the other support is indeed better. Yeah, but we'll get to that when we get to it. But yeah, I'm going to say 9.5 out of 10. Rough suit to play. Alright, who is our next suit? My main man, Hurricane. Alright. So, we got a second ultra heavy suit right here. Hurricane, ultra heavy defender, mob suppression, stronghold defense. This is Sazabi, or the closest you're gonna kind of get to it. This is a funnel suit. Well, not a funnel suit, but this suit has funnels, which I love. If I gotta play a heavy, I'm playing Hurricane. This suit is dumb fun to play. You feel impactful, but once again, we talk about those heavies versus the mediums and lights. You're going to feel slow. You are going to feel slow. There isn't a way around it. I only play 2 heavies in this game. Hurricane is one of them. Hurricane's kit is really dope, and I would say really unique. I don't think there's really anybody from like Overwatch that kinda directly transfers over, so we're gonna go in depth to this. Primary weapon, energy blaster. It can be charged, right? So it's an AoE, or maybe I would say think Sigma would be kind of the closest in Overwatch. Ooh, excuse me, I karate chopped the mic. Yeah, I would say Sigma would probably be the closest, but pretty much this is your damage dealer right here. You're gonna have this on charge if you're not actively shooting at somebody. The only time the cooldown on it is a decent amount of time, so if you burn through your charges, I believe there's like 8 or 9 of them, so if you're not gonna use your charges to do to melt the life bar, you're gonna use the charge attacks, and then once the shield is gone, or once they're low life, then that's when you're gonna burn 2 or 3 charges to kind of secure the kill. That's generally how the main weapon works. Very simple, very straightforward. It does AoE damage, so if they're bunched up on points, that charge blast is gonna hurt, it's gonna linger. Really good main weapon. It's very simple, very straightforward. Decoy drone. So this deploys a stasis field. Excuse me, not a stasis field. It deploys a shield, and those shields float and they take aggro. So if you have somebody shooting at you, as you can kind of see right there, and I'll play some clips and stuff too, pretty much while they're shooting at the shield, it is going to they're not going to be shooting at you, so reducing damage. You're going to get on point, you're going to drop a couple of these downs, and what I will say is that if you press it at a time of an incoming melee attack, like a Panther's melee attack or Alice melee attack, it will deflect it. You see how they're going to hold the shield up for a second right before the drone deploys. Very, very useful. You're going to use this a lot alongside of your main weapon. Bubble. Anybody who's played any type of shooting games has seen a bubble. You pop the bubble, it stops attacks from coming in. Not sure what happened there. but pretty much you so bubble, you're gonna pop the bubble, it's gonna block attacks, you can shoot outside the bubble. Simple, right? Pretty decent cooldown. These are your funnels. You're gonna deploy funnels, they're gonna launch out. It's a turret drone. They say turret, I say funnels. I'm a Gundam guy. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But they're funnels. They're gonna chase your opponent down and they're gonna shoot them. They're actually also gonna automatically intercept missiles too. So if you have a Falcon or the other jet, I forgot the name of it, trying to harass you with missiles or just any missiles in general, like a trust, even other units have missiles, it's going to automatically shoot down missiles. Really good. And then this is going to be, you walk in a point, there's 5 people on point with your team. This is a team game, so you know, you can maybe take a 2v1 with some of the heavy suits, but realistically it's a team game, right? So you're gonna be switching targets a lot, but this is just going to put a laser on everybody. And if they fly behind you, you can deactivate it. You're gonna get some of your cooldown time back. But laser beams for everybody. Everybody can get it. These lasers is rated E for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it has a decent cooldown, so you're really going to use this only if you're really just trying to finish off 1 or 2 people, or as your entry damage. And you can charge your main cannon while doing this. You can use other abilities while doing this. So very simple, very straightforward. I will say, being a heavy, and especially, you know, in the beginning of the game or mid game, some of these light suits like Panther, like Alice, will try to focus you down, because you don't really have a get off me. So, you know, once your shield breaks, or if there's 2v1, you're gonna have a rough time if you don't have like a support backing you up, or at least just another suit backing you up, because there really is no get off me. And being a heavy suit, you really can't just outrun them. You know, you're mainly gonna be trying to run to your teammate, or you're gonna be on point, which means your teammates theoretically should be around you. Difficulty to play, and who is going to play this suit. Difficulty to play, I'm just gonna break it 7 out of 10. It's hard to play. It's not super hard to play super well. It's easy to pick up. It's not brain dead. It does require some stuff, and you are heavy, so you are really slow. I'm gonna say 7. I feel like it's an easy suit to play. I've had friends tell me during the beta test that I can't play this suit, but I think it's an easy suit to play. So I'm gonna say 7. It's a better alternative to Welkin, ranged Welkin, if you will. You know, and that bubble plus funnels is so good that yeah, I'm gonna say 7 out of 10. And people who are gonna play this suit, this is gonna be who's this gonna be for? This is gonna be for somebody that wants to feel like they matter to their team, because you're gonna do a lot of damage, a lot of hurricanes. A lot of hurricanes are going to do a lot of damage. You're going to see a lot of hurricanes be MVP, because they're going to have high point time, you know, time on the point. They're going to have kills, you know. So you're going to feel like you matter to your team when you play your hurricane. Our next suit, Stego. This is Tricera's brother. That's the easiest way to explain it. We have another suit, right? So remember Fortress mode on Tricera? Well, this one actually has turret form. They're gonna pop a shield and you're gonna go into bombardment mode, right? It is really good. Now the only thing is Tricera's form, fortress mode, you can spin 360 degrees even though it takes slower. This is about 180, but you do move faster between the 180 if you need to switch between target to target. So super dope. If you like Tricera, you like Stego. That it is what it is. You know, they're literally two people in the same pod, except this suit has cloaking. So when you're not in fortress mode, you can zoom around it'll drop lock on, it'll increase your armor regen. So unlike Tricera, it doesn't have a heal, immediate repair, but it does increase the amount in the time frame that your armor regens. It also reduces damage taken while you're in there, and like I said, breaks lock on. It also can cloak your friends, so not only do you get that ability, but you and your friends, just like Tricera. Rocket pods, so you can shoot rockets instead of machine guns, right? Main weapon is a rocket pod, heavy rocket pod. It's going to do some splash damage if they're clumped up. Then the sidearm is a rapid fire rocket pod. It's going to shoot a bunch of rockets at them. Once again, we got the cloak, and then we have micro missiles that can only be used in turret form, but it's going to do a bunch of barrage of missiles. Simple explain, you know what I'm saying? Really not much to it. The only thing I have to say is that I don't like slow suits. If you like to sit there on point and just let them have it, then this suit is for you. Tricera is for you. It's a fun gameplay style, but it's just not super fulfilling for me. But it is a fun suit to play. Don't get it wrong. Both Stego and Tricera, I had fun playing those suits. But you got to remember that when I'm playing for 8 hours at a time, 10 hours at a time. So that isn't a suit that I can play all stream. I don't have fun playing that suit all stream. 1-2 games, cool. Not all stream. The people who are going to play Stego and difficulty, the people who are going to play the suit are going to be the same people that play Tricera. So rewind if you missed that one. If you like bombardment, you like to boom, 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 just let them have it. You're going to pick up a bunch of kills. You like fortress mode, hunkering down. You like turrets. You like bastion. This is going to be you. Difficulty to play, the same as Tricera. What did I give him? I gave him like a 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7 out of 10. It's not a hard suit to play if you like that play style. Not a fan. And let me clear something up. I love all of the suits in the game, and I feel like all of the suits are viable. We're just speaking on who's gonna play. Should you play this suit? What type of suit are they? And how hard is that upper ceiling to play the suit? So that's Stego. 7 out of 10. Nothing much else to say on that. Our next suit, Sky Raider. Another one of my personal favorites. If I get on a team that Alice is taking, the Falcon's taking, I'm probably gonna go Sky Raider, if not Hurricane. But Sky Raider is super duper fun. This is our second and final plane transformation suit, at least so far. Sky Raider is a medium attacker as opposed to Falcon's light. So if you are struggling with Falcon, you just feel like you are a glass, you keep dying, Sky Raider has more health, more survivability, but their utility is a little bit different, and they are definitely slower. But I will say this, you solo Falcons, all right? So if you get into a firefight, I'd rather have this suit over the Falcon, but that's a lie. I really love Falcon. But on the same skill level, yeah, this suit should theoretically win because you have more health. You're gonna do a lot more damage. Main weapon, as opposed to machine guns, you have an energy cannon. It's a burst rifle. If you just tap it, and you can charge it to penetrate, almost like a little small sniper, and you can charge this while in flight. which is really good. You're gonna come through, you're gonna chase down enemies usually that are running away, and hit them with the snipe, or on entry bombardment run you're gonna have it charged up. You're gonna shoot this, drop your rockets, and then go into your rapid fire mode. I will say it is important to charge it, because if you are spamming light shot or uncharged shot, you will run out of ammo. The cooldown is fairly decent, but if you're just spamming the light attack, it's not Falcon. You're gonna run out of ammo, and then you're gonna be like, well, what am I supposed to do? Just use my missiles and everything else? Yes, but make sure you're charging it in between. You don't want to spam it. Falcon, you can pretty much just hold machine gun down. It's gonna reload. You're never gonna really be without ammo. This, if you don't make sure you're using the charge shot, you're gonna run out of ammo. The second attack, of course in plane mode, because this is a suit that can transform. The laser cannon, it increases the burst count, the magazine size, and the fire rate. So in plane mode, of course, you're gonna have more ammo, but if you're spamming it, you will still run out of ammo. Listen to me. You will run out of ammo, okay? So just beware of that, all right? Sidearm, energy missile. It's gonna launch energy missiles. I believe the count that you have for it is 2. You get 2 of them. Recharge rate really, really fast. You can use it. You can use it in robot mode or airplane mode, and it's energy damage, which is really, really, really good. A lot of those heavy tanks, such as like Tricera and Stego, they have big shields, so energy damage is actually really, really, really good. I feel like, and especially because the energy autocannon, which is the main weapon for Sky Strike, is you can charge it and it'll do pierce damage, and then the energy missile will do damage to the shield and also leave an AoE effect around that'll just do AoE damage as well, and it's really good damage. These are jamming missiles, as far as the auxiliary or sub weapons or skills, if you will. Short range jamming missiles at a nearby target, causing fire control systems failure, smoke screens, defend against energy damage, and weaken penetrating energy damage. So pretty much the way it's gonna work is that if you're doing a bombardment run, after you do your bombardment run, I let these things fly. So I'm coming through, I got my charged energy shot, pew, and then I'm unloading all of my energy missiles on them. And then as I'm passing over the target, because it's short range, I'm dropping the jamming missiles, because it's gonna break their lock on you, and it's going to break their lock on, and it's going to weaken, it's going to weaken their damage that they do to you. It's really, really good. I also use this if somebody is chasing me down. I'll transform into robot mode, because remember, for the airplane suits, you should always be in plane mode. Always be in plane mode. While in plane mode, you reduce the amount of energy that it takes to boost around. You're just flying around. You should almost always be in plane mode. But if somebody's chasing me down, or I ran out of energy and now I find myself in robot mode, boom, these will kind of get off me. It'll break their lock on and reduce the damage, at least while my boost is recharging, so that way I can, get back into the sky, pretty much. Aerial assault form, of course, this is just what allows you to transform. What's also different between Sky Strike and Falcon is that in aerial assault form, it'll actually auto-intercept missiles and dashes during aerial assault form of lock-on. That's the same as Falcon, and Falcon does that as well. But this one does have an auto-intercept on missiles, so if you have a Tricera or a Stego shooting missiles at you, and you can come, like I've done it a couple times, where you can transform, like I usually I'll fly up transform into robot mode and then retransform into plane mode, and it'll break lock on for missiles or guided. I've even had like some of the funnels break lock on. And then missile dispenser, it's only available in plane mode or aerial assault mode, and it shoots a missile that turns into a bunch of missiles. Big damage. So you're gonna fly through, you're gonna have your charge, and while you're charging, you're gonna drop your missile dispenser, boom. And then you're gonna zap somebody with the charge autocannon, boom. And then you're gonna do some more autocannon, and you should have another charge of missile dispenser, boom. And then by that time, you should be over your target, or somebody might be close to you. You drop your jamming missiles, you fly off, and then boom, you're out of there. And then you turn around and make your next bombing run. That's the game plan for Falcon and for Skystrike. That's what you're going to be doing all game. I find it fun. I've even found myself transforming in and out of plane and robot mode, but you're pretty much going to be in plane mode. So if you don't like plane mode, yeah. Difficulty, who's going to play the suit? People who are going to play Falcon are going to play this suit as well. It's a fun hit and run tactics game plan. You have more survivability. Difficulty is really only going to be a I'm gonna say a 7.5. I feel comfortable because it's a basic suit. It does have a learning gap. I feel like you know what? I'm gonna say a 6. Excuse me. I'm sorry. 6, because it's easier to play than Falcon. They have the survivability. You have more get off me tools. You're not as squishy. I'm gonna put it as a 6 because it's not a hard suit to play. It's just whether you like the hit and run tactics or style of gameplay from the aerial assault suits, you know. All right, our next suit. I kept saying Skystrike. I meant Skyraider, excuse me. Pyonga, our medium support. So remember we were talking about the best support in the game? Panaka. This is it. I had an amazing couple games with her. I played this suit a decent amount. I just like the other support, even though it's not a better support. This is the best support in the game. If you want to be useful, you want to do damage, get kills, this is a top tier suit. This suit is so good. So let's talk about it. Quick repair kit. Deploys a robotic arm to continuously repair friendly targets. You gotta heal. Boom. Right? Single target. You're gonna zip to your ally and you're going to repair your ally, heal them. Simple, right? Sidearm or your sub splitter. This is your damage. You have access to this. It scatters high energy plasma at units, switches to a 4-range scatter centered on the support target when emergency support drones are deployed, right? This is like a shotgun. This is what it feels like. An accurate shotgun. It shoots, it hurts, it does a lot of damage. I don't know how else to explain it. This is your pew pew, right, for this suit. All right, we got repair drone. All right, you can send a repair drone out because the quick repair kit causes you to zip to your allies to repair them. This you can do from a distance. So there's 2 different types of heals, and you can still be doing damage while you're repairing. Cover airdrop. This move is so fucking good. When I tell you these things hurt, so it drops a brick or a wall. It makes a wall. Just, it makes a wall, and you can stack it as high as you want, or you can just you can stack 3 of them on top of each other. It has 3 charges, or you can make like just a regular wall, put them side by side. But the thing about this is though, if it lands on an enemy, which it will, and I'll explain it in a second, if it lands on an enemy, it does direct health damage. So fuck a shield, right? It does direct damage and it staggers them. And it hurts. It does a lot of direct damage. It really does hurt. So if you were running up on one on this frame, on this suit, and you see the highlighted, they're gonna drop the cover on you, do not ignore it. It's going to hurt. But you can fuck around and find out if you want. And then we have emergency support drone. Pretty much the way it works is that it's a shield, it's a bubble, and you will shoot in all directions from the bubble if you have the bubble on yourself. And you can also give, if you have a drone on somebody, the bubble will go to them, so you can provide them the shield. The only thing about that is though, when you do that, it will shoot from their bubble, right? So you pretty much, you lose your offense by giving them a bubble, so you're really going to be sticking beside them, except for the walls. Now, remember we just talked about the walls, right? This frame, this suit is good because, yo, I'm healing people from afar, I'm healing people up close, and a lot of people will only use the quick repair or wait till their drones come back. If you have a melee suit like an Alice or a Panther that's pushing you, you can bubble and then drop the wall on them, and you will kill them. You will kill them. It's not a one shot for the wall, but it does, like, I want to say like 60 or 70% of their health, and then you just shoot them to kill them. You know, like, it is ridiculous. Or you shoot them to remove the shield, drop a wall, and then shoot them. It hurts. This suit is really, really good. Difficulty to play, and who would play this suit? You're gonna play this suit if you play Moira. You not only like to do damage, but you like to heal at the same time. This suit is busted. This is probably the best suit in the game. And it's a support suit. This suit is so good. This suit is really, really good. I know you're like, stop glazing this suit. No, this suit is great. This will probably be the suit that gets nerfed when the game comes out, because it is a great suit. Difficulty to play. I will say the suit, it does take some getting used to, but not that much, man. Honestly, not that much. 8 out of 10. It's not a super hard suit. It's not a super hard suit to play. I would say 8. I've seen this suit become MVP multiple times. Maybe that's a little high on a difficulty scale, but it's just because supports in this game are, I feel like, a little bit harder to play than some of the easier suits, just comparatively. Like, both of the supports in the game, I feel like it's harder to be a support. But when you support, if you can play them, you play them, or you put, you know, a little bit of time into learning the suit. Once you learn the game, this suit isn't as hard to play as the other support suit, but I feel like supports in general are a little bit harder to play in the game. That some people may not agree with me there, but you know, I feel like it's just easier to play the damage dealers in this game than it is to play the support, because everybody's flying around. You know, you're trying to keep track of everybody and keep track of everybody's health. You know, it's not a slow game at all, and there are some wide open maps in this game, and you know, as a support, sometimes you are caught out by yourself, you know, or you can't get to teammates. You should be sticking by a teammate, but we all know that's the ideal situation, right? But yeah, 8 out of 10. Our next suit. All right, our next suit. We got back out. Let me bring this a little bit closer. All right, there we go. So our next suit, Panther. Look how fucking cool that suit is. Let's take a look at the suit. Panther. Panther is a medium brawler, right? So you have good maneuverability, you got good speed, you have decent durability. You have great durability, and we'll get into that in a second. Panther is a melee only suit, right? So think Gundam Epion, right? If you don't know who Epion is, go watch Gundam Wing. Go watch Gundam Wing, okay? So if you don't know, it's a melee only suit, so no pew pews, all right? However, Panther has a shield, and that shield has a blade on it. Panther also has a lance that you charge up, and it does pierce damage, which means it bypasses armor and deals direct damage to health. The shield blade also bypasses armor and force fields and goes straight to health. Tracking on lance is so good. It's a drill attack, right? Gurren Lagann, right? Panther's whole job is to chase down weak suits, kill them, and harass the enemy backline. I would say the easiest thing is like comparable would be like a Genji. You have boost, and we'll get into it in a second, but you have ways to regenerate, boost, and shield, so you're pretty durable, and you're going to go back and you're going to kill the enemy support, you're going to finish off low health enemies, you're going to harass falcons and other planes when they're out of boost, and you're going to be chasing them down. It's a great suit. I play this suit, and it's a tough suit to deal with, unless you have like a shield, because that lance, it staggers, so you can't really, unless you see it coming, you can't dash out of the way once it hits you, and it goes far. Hey, look. This suit's good. This is gonna be for any person in the fighting games. You play a rushdown character. I love this suit because you're dashing, you're weaving. I'm gonna put some highlights up right over here. But you're dashing, you're weaving in and out of combat. You're chasing opponents down. You're finishing off low health opponents. And then you have a 360 shield, which is reducing damage on top of your regular shield. It has its own shield bar for it, it auto blocks melee attacks when active. So if you have like a Alice and this shield is up, you can't just melee, and you're probably gonna get hit with a lance back. It's a difficult suit to deal with, but it's a fun suit to play. So I would absolutely recommend this for anybody who's playing like a rushdown character, or you just really want to be in the thick of battle. You're getting in, you're stealing those low health kills, and you're just in and out of, not even in and out of combat, you're just in combat with this suit. And the whole thing behind this suit as well is they have a shield booster, so it's going to restore energy from you boosting around, and it's going to regenerate your shield immediately. And there's 5 charges of this, so it's going to give you an immediate boost to your shield. It's going to give you immediately energy back, so you're never really out of boost or shield with this unless you deplete all of your charges, and unless you deplete all of your boost. Like, this suit is just in the game the whole time, harassing everybody. It's not a difficult suit to play either. You see my face scrunched up because I had to think about it. It's not a difficult suit. A couple matches in, you'll be like, oh, I get the hang of this. Especially if you've played any Armored Core games. It's like running a light frame, with a blade. The only downside is that you will be focused. There's every game that I'm in and there's an enemy Panther, that Panther get pinged, and if they jump on somebody, like 2 other suits, or me and another teammate, if they're jumping a friend of mine's, me and another teammate will immediately go, especially if you're on comms, you're on mic, you're like, yo, Panther's on me, we're gonna drop what we're doing and go kill that Panther, because it does damage. This is a DPS suit. This suit does a shit ton of damage, and it will target support. So you're going to be in and out of combat playing as a suit, and you're going to feel like you're getting focused a lot. So you do have to be quite quick with your dashes, making sure that you're burning your shield charges. But outside of that, I don't feel like it's a super hard suit to play. I'm gonna say 7.5 out of 10, and you're gonna play the suit if you want to rush down and be in combat most of the time, right? 7.5 out of 10. I don't feel like it's a super hard suit to play or pick up, but there is a learning curve, and there is, you know, there are ways to get around Panther, and I would say in the higher elos of this game, or in the higher ranks of this game, because as soon as you try to dive somebody, you're gonna get focused. So it's not easy to play, but if you're solo queuing, I mean, this suit took me through all of bronze easy, like not even breaking a sweat. So super fun suit to play, and I do recommend this suit if you want to feel like you're in the battle a little bit more, and you want to learn this suit, but it's a fucking dog. All right, our next suit, who else do we have? All right, so we have our second sniper, Aquila, right? Let me get a different paint job for you guys so you can kind of see the outline of the suit better. There we go. Oh wait, I wanted to switch the paint job. Okay, here we go, apply. All right, Aquila. This is the most annoying suit in the game. This suit right here, this is a sniper. It has one weapon, Mega Beam Cannon. It is a sniper through and through. You can use it up close. It's gonna partially penetrate. All hits are gonna in snipe mode. It's gonna partially penetrate armor and do health damage on top of doing armor damage. It hurts. If you're playing a light suit like Falcon, you hate this suit because they're looking for Falcons. It's the anti-airplane suit. They're looking for planes in the sky to shoot down. They do. This suit does a ton of damage to airplanes, or any light suit for that matter. You're playing the light support. You're hurting. Because not only is it doing damage to armor, but it's also penetrating to health in sniper mode. In close range mode, it still does that penetration damage, and you can just hip fire it, and it does damage. You're not really running. There's no real ammo concern, I would say here. As long as you're taking your time and timing your shots, you're pretty good on ammo, and this is a good suit for. It's a heavy sniper, so you're not super mobile, but you do have a bubble. You can deploy a self bubble. It'll block projectile attacks. It won't auto deflect melees. Panthers will come after you. Panthers, me when I'm playing Falcon, if there's a killer on the other team, I'm chasing the killer down, just trying to do damage. I'm pinging the Aquila, because the sooner we get the Aquila out of here, sooner I can go back to doing Falcon things. I can't really do Falcon things or the other plane suit things. I can't do those things with an Aquila up in the sky, because you know why? There's two things. This suit hovers, so it's a heavy suit, but one of its skill allows it to be really mobile and allows it to have its own energy gauge, right, that goes on cooldown. So it can float, it can hover, it's super fast when it's dodging around, and it doesn't deplete from its regular energy gauge. So sometimes it can be a little tough to chase these things down. As a Alice, as a Panther, you have extra energy, but it can be a little tough. And then when you're playing Falcon, this is the bane of your existence, a claw drone. It stuns you. So if you're flying around as any of the plane suits, or even as a Panther, if you're trying to chase and kill it down as a Panther, they're shooting you on the way in, and it hurts bad, and then they claw drone you. So if you're playing a transformable suit, like a plane suit, it drops you out of the sky, which if they're on comms, they're calling it out, oh, stun on Falcon, and then they're still shooting you. And on top of that, they have a bubble, and they have an airborne kit that increases maneuverability. I will say, this suit's easy to play. It's point and click, zoom, zoom, stun. 5 out of 10. people are gonna play this, or people, everybody's gonna play this suit. If you like sniping and you know you want to anti-plane, you like the Falcons are annoying you, the other plane, the plane suits are annoying you, you're gonna play this suit. And you're gonna throw claw down. You're gonna tell them, hey, look, claw on Falcon. Your teammates are gonna jump the Falcon. You're gonna shoot the Falcon. Falcon's dead. 9 times out of 10, if the Falcon is flying straight at you and you have this suit, you're gonna shoot this. If the Falcon is not doing the boost dash to release the lock on, you're gonna shoot them, and it hurts. Great suit, great suit. Easy to play. 5 out of 10. All right, and our last suit, we got Inferno. It's a heavy suit, but boy do we got some firepower. Main weapons, main and sub weapons, energy autocannon, so particle beam cannons, left and right arm. But you can charge them both at the same time and do a particle blast similar to hurricanes, which is really good because you can spam the auto cannons. Generally the way this suit is going to work, you're going to be using your auto cannons, you're going to be charging up, and on engagement you're going to release your charge attack, and it's going to do AoE damage, a big AoE damage, big damage in general, and then you're just going to start piecing people off with your auto cannons, and then you're going to charge again to finish off targets once the AoE has dispelled, but you're going to alternate between the auto cannons and the charge attacks. The cool thing about this suit, it has heavy firepower, so while you're using auto cannons, you also have this move called Splitter. It's going to simultaneously lock on to up to 12 targets. There's only 6 enemies on the enemy team, so even if they have a hurricane and they have shields out, or there's rockets incoming and stuff like that, it's gonna lock onto them. The only thing is that or like even if you have like missiles incoming, it's going to shoot missiles out the sky while still doing damage to those on the ground. The only thing is that it can't relock onto a same target. So if they dash out, if they're playing like a Panther or they're playing like a Falcon, if they dash out of your lock on, it's not going to relock onto them for that activation. But you can cancel it and you'll get some of your cooldown back. Great move. Also, it has a charged mega particle beam cannon. This hurts. Now you can't auto attack while this is active, but this will wipe, like if somebody doesn't run away, this will remove almost most shields in the game outside of I think Tricera and Stego. This is one-shotting shields. Now you are slow to turn, so you know it is a little bit harder to get that one shot on the shield, but still it's a one shot on the shield, especially paired with the auto cannons. Or you go in and you do the charged auto cannon attack and then hit them with this, their shield is gone. And mind you, you can charge the special attack for the auto cannons while that is active. So what else to say about it? And then booster kit, right? What this does is, if you're familiar with seed mode from Gundam or shadow clones from Naruto, for a couple seconds you're going to increase your armor regen, you're going to increase your energy regen, and you're going to leave behind shadow clones while you're dashing. You can cancel it early if you get out of danger to refund some of your cooldown, and you're untargetable while this is active. Now what I will say is that I know this whole package, this whole kit sounds nice. It's not an easy suit to play. It's definitely a little bit harder than Hurricane, I will say. Hurricane is easier. I feel like once you get a comfortable grip on Hurricane, then you'll graduate to this suit. I found myself while learning this suit, getting focused in gold a lot, getting focused in silver a lot, because what I will say is that you don't really, your get off me doesn't last long, right? So the booster kit, if you're being chased down by a Panther or Alice, unless you're going to use the booster kit to go towards a teammate and probably call out that Panther, that Alice, because they're still going to chase you down during this, and that's your only get on for me. And they, if you try to use the splitters or reflector drones, they don't do burst damage, right? Your only burst damage is that charged autocannon. So, and your autocannons themselves, they do good damage, but you're getting staggered by Panther, you're getting staggered by Alice, you're getting those melee suits hurt, and so if they get close to you and you can't get close to a teammate using booster kit, you're kind of melee fodder, as opposed to Hurricane, who can deploy the decoys, the shields, he has the funnels, a couple different tactics to get away. So I would say I would give this suit an 8.5, and I feel like this is a suit that you're going to play after you've mastered Hurricane, or after you've gotten really good with Hurricane and just kind of want to go on the offense a little bit more. This is your suit, right? So those are all the suits in the games and who should play them. Just a quick recap, we're gonna go through the suits really quick, just to recap it up. We got Alice, great introductory suit, great suit to learn the game with, but you're probably gonna move on from Alice. Falcon, first suit that is a transformable suit. It is I kind of want to say it's a glass cannon, but it's hit and run tactics. But if you're not good at the flight mode and you're not staying in flight mode, you will die a lot. Super fun suit to play. You're gonna play the suit if you like flying around and if you like hit and run tactics. Tricera, you're gonna play this if you're gonna like to hunker down and you like an easy to play suit and you just like to shoot and blow up all of the things. Narukami, Sniper, if you like Widowmaker, you're gonna play this suit. Easy to play, does have a skill gap though. Welkin, heavy melee suit. You're gonna play this suit if you like Reinhardt, you like to spin around, you like to trap people. One trick pony, if you can't get past that, then you're not gonna have as much fun. But while the one trick pony is working, hey, you're having a blast. Luminary, light support, high difficulty, high skill ceiling. The other support is better, but you're going to play this suit if you like some difficulty, I will say. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy this suit a lot. It's my favorite support. It's not the best support. Everybody else will tell you to play other thing. It's a high difficulty suit. Yeah. Needs buffs, please. Hurricane, heavy suit. This is a great intro into heavy attack suits, or I say attack even though there's a defense, just because the survivability is there. It's a fun suit to play. You're gonna do a lot of damage, you're gonna get a lot of MVPs. Super fun suit to play. If you just want to be involved in combat more, if you're playing other suits and you're like, yeah, I'm dying too much, I'm not in combat a lot, great suit. Stego, once again, same thing applies to Tricera. You like to blow all of things up. It's a heavy suit. You're not going to be very mobile, but you want to hunker down and blow shit up, get high damage. This is your suit right here. But you got invisibility. You got a cloak. Sky Raider. You like Falcon? This is the entry level Falcon. You like Falcon, but you're dying too much? Play Sky Raider until you get used to playing Sky Raider. It has more survivability, more tools. Just don't forget, make sure you're using that charge beam cannon, because you will run out of ammo. Panaka, the best support in the game, hands down. Please, easy to learn, easy to play, relatively. It's gonna take a couple seconds to learn, but once you get your skill cooldown rotations, once you familiar with combat in this game, in Mecha Break, this suit is easy to play. This is the best support in the game. Why wouldn't you be playing this suit if you want to play a support? What are we talking about? Panther, melee suit. You want to rush down? You want to rush down, eat glue? You're playing Panther. Heavy sustainability, heavy rush down capabilities, heavy damage. You eating glue, you playing Panther. I'm eating glue with you. I love Panther. Akira, cake. Put some Z's in the chat because this suit is easy and it does damage. Point and click suit. You're gonna play this if you're playing Narakumi and you're dying. Or you just want a heavy snipe, you want to hover with a bubble. Like, what? This suit is busted. This suit is busted. Akira is a really good suit. Inferno, you're going to play this when you move on from Hurricane. If you move on from Hurricane. Hurricane's such a good suit that Hurricane is a better suit than this. Let's not get it twisted. But I feel like this is a more fun suit to play than Hurricane. So are you playing Hurricane and you just like, I don't feel like I'm having enough fun, then boom, here you go, you know? So I'm sorry, I know this guide is long, and that's all the suits, right? If you guys like content like this, then please, drop a comment, make sure you like, subscribe. I can do more content like this for you guys. I just gotta know that you guys actually like it. Yeah, this is, like I said, I took a break on making content. I had to come back because this game is so good. Thank you to Mecha Break for letting me in to the closed beta, the public beta. So by the time this video is up, the open beta should be up. This will, hopefully I've helped you pick your suits, kind of go through a brief, it wasn't brief, go through an explanation of what each suit does. If you're watching this preparing for the open beta, I think this is when you're gonna be probably looking at this. And don't forget, I'm live on Twitch. There's no set schedule, right? But I'm live, and when I go live, I'm usually live for 8 to 10 hours, at minimum 3, so it's hard to miss me, and I do stream a lot. So thank you for watching the video. You could have watched a different video, but you're watching mine. And then also, once again, thank you for picking up Mecha Break. I know this is gonna be a lot of people's first time into a mech game. They haven't played Armored Core, they haven't played Gundam Versus. This game is so much fun, and I hope you do give it a chance. And I will say, these are just my opinions. Go in here and try all the suits. Go try all the suits. Generally in a game, I only play characters that look cool, but all of these suits look cool, so I had to give each and every one of them a try. And not just, 5 minutes, put it down. Like, no, I spent it at minimum, even with the suits that I wasn't super fond of, I spent an hour with these suits, while climbing through the ranks, so definitely try out all the suits, see which ones are your favorites, and make sure you slide through the Twitch. I'm always loving to play with viewers and things like that. So thanks again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and shout out to my sponsors once again, no weekdays not no wheat, no weekdays, and Team Red Pro for sponsoring this video, and I will catch you guys in the hangar. Bye. This right hand of mine is burning red. It's shining like colonies overhead. I'm listening all